Hello, hello. Hope everybody's doing okay. Can't believe I'm live, but giving myself a couple of minutes. Go ahead and sharing this out. Yeah, it's taking me a second. Um, okay, that was sent. Hey, Yankee Colin, I'm Marie, and excited. Well, that's great. That is so good to hear. Um, the good news, Marie. I'm very happy for you. And how is Yankee Cal doing? Yes, this is kind of a sneaky stream. I wasn't gonna go live, but then I decided, why not? I hadn't got a chance to really talk too much. I did do a stream the other day while I was over at my best friend's house. We've known each other for quite a while. Um, Definitely over 20 years. It's more like 20, closer to like 25 years, I think, or better. We've known each other, and Angela, hello. It is great to see you. Welcome. Yes, I am. I got back today from staying with my friend, and my dog tried to bite me. She was barking and raising Cain. You guys that have uh, watched me for some time, you guys know I have a dog that's a terrier mix. It's a mixture of terriers. It's not just one specific terrier breed. And she is dubbed the drama queen. This is where it gets interesting because she tried to freaking bite me when I got home. And she barked and raised immortal hell when I got home. Like, she did not like me being gone. And I understand it because she misses people. There was one evening I come in to get some things for staying another night or two there. And she started crying and whining at me. She must have missed me that much. But definitely needed that little bit of break to spend uh, some time with her. And we both definitely needed that. That was so much fun. And I wish there was more days like that, but I know as an adult you don't get to do all that. But it's definitely cherished. I got a chance to um, kind of get out and about and get to see some things I normally wouldn't see when with me being at home. but I'm glad I was able to do that with her. Me and her, like I've said, over 20 years, more like closer to 25 years, probably almost 30, to be honest. Um, and we've always been protective of each other. We're the type that we both were kind of protective of each other. We kind of done uh been through some hardships together on both sides, me and her, and it was really something, to have her be like, "Hey, why don't you come by and spend some time?" Initially, it was uh, to help her try to get a job, and I'm hoping and praying that she can get one where I work at, and just because it is a pretty cool environment, pretty good environment. I love where I work at. Awesome co-workers, managers, awesome, and plus it helps her out with her deal. And yeah, hopefully she will get a call back at some point. Just waiting on that, and definitely praying that she gets a job. So very happy for her. Um, Here lately, we've both been having some rough issues going on. Um, and we both definitely needed a break from all the stress. And I think we kind of helped each other out on that one, which is a good thing. Um, got to hang out with her and her daughter and her husband for a little bit, and it's awesome to see my best friend's daughter almost all grown up, and she's a good kid. Um she definitely got her head set straight for the most part. um of course I'm just teasing, but yeah, she um her daughter is a lot like her, and she does have a pretty good attitude. uh and and I told her, you mess with anybody messes with her, then she's got me, not only her mama and her, but me to deal with too. So she's got some help if need be. And I got to meet her cute little pets, and I think my dog actually got wind that I was sending some love that I normally send to her to those dogs, and she did not like it. That's what I'm thinking. um, but yeah, she's got two adorable dogs that are just, once they get over the initial excitement that you're a new person, they will just love on you. They're not hateful in any kind of way. All they want to do is show some love. Very beautiful dogs, and they definitely they pay attention. with the way their ages are, they definitely pay attention to what people say. So that's a good thing. Um, I do want to give a shout out to Eddie and Jen, the vlogs, and then some for their awesome Christmas card. Like, I teared up. I showed, and I will call her my sister. Um, but yeah, I showed my sister uh the picture and the card and everything, and she smiled a big smile and she said, "That looks like a beautiful family." I said they are awesome, and I'll at some point want her to start getting to know some of my people online, my friends. Hello, Carol. It's good to see you. Yes, I'm being a little bit of a sneaky person right now, so that's why I called it Sneaky Stream. I've um I've done this. I just kind of came home and unwound a little bit from the excitement of being away for a little bit. Um, for those of you don't know, on my birthday, my uncle had passed, and so I've been dealing with that and some other issues that has been going on. Whether or not the other side of things considers it an issue, I consider it an issue, and um, so yeah, so definitely was down in the dumps to begin with. Um, I think once she had gotten wind that I was not doing so good, kind of like down in the dumps, and also to help her out initially to help her get a job. I went over there for a little bit, ended up staying a few days out of the house, and spent time with her and her family and enjoyed every minute of it. Got to talk to people I hadn't talked to in years as well, and played catch up. Oh no, got to be sneaky sometimes. Yes, sometimes you do have to be sneaky. And with me, the interaction I have with her, I sometimes sneak in some interesting jokes, stuff that me and her tend to just laugh at. Even if it's something very simple, I sneak in those jokes. And sometimes you got to be a little silly. Um, and sometimes you got to cut up a little bit and let the kid that is inside your adult body come out and play for a little bit. We done that at least one time during the last few days. Um, yeah, gotta cut up a little bit. Gotta get your mind off of things sometimes. Just be a little bit of a kid for even if it's just a few moments. Um, definitely was a trip. I love it. And hopefully me and her can hang out some more at some point. I know I've got to work the next 3 days. Don't know what the schedule's going to be like for next week, but I know for the next 3 days I am scheduled. So I got to buckle down, adult, and then just keep moving. So, oh, and I got some other things in the mail that I had ordered, and it is going to do with cosplay. Now, I have not uh used any of this stuff, so this is going to be interesting to see how this turns out. I've got some, it's like hairspray, but it's not really hairspray, it's color to put on your hair. And it's like to me, I would think that would be a little bit better than having a wig. And although I do have wigs, I love wigs. Um, I figured why not try this out as well and see how it turns out, because I am going to be doing some videos in this kind of setup, and I've got to test this out to see how the spray is going to work in my hair, because I'm going to be moving around. I'm really afraid if I move around way too much, my wig is going to go flying off while I'm doing videos and stuff. So I know there's a way to get it to kind of settle on your head and it won't come off. But like I said, I'm kind of new to wigs. I do love wigs. But just going to be testing all my options, and definitely want to bring you guys some as best of content as possible, because if I do it halfway, I'm gonna disappoint my own self. So paranormal wise, me and my big sister, she is um I call my bestie my big sister. We kind of check some things out as far as paranormal. I do not know everything, and it's really not my story to tell. It would be with her permission and her right there with me when we talked about it. So at some point, if she's ready for it, she will be um, the one to kind of talk about it. And the thing about what I want to do as far as the paranormal investigating aspect of it is I want to help people, and I want to help spirits if they're what if they want to communicate. And a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, sometimes with paranormal stuff, sometimes you got to leave it off social media. And this was something that I felt I needed to do to help somebody. And I didn't want to, I don't want to disrespect anybody. And so I didn't film it. I very well could have, but I did not. I chose not to. And so yeah, it it got interesting with what was happening, paranormal wise. And I will say we got some answers. I don't know what kind of answers because I have to review what I have. But I do have some answers to it, some answers. Hopefully, I've got answers directly for her, and we shall see. And West Haven, it is so good to see you. How are you? And I do want to give a shout out to Carol. She is one of my phasmophobia buddies. We used to play Phasmophobia a lot. I know she's been busy because she's had her hands full with two sets of twins, grandbabies, and all the other grandbabies. And with it being the holidays, I'm sure she's been really, really busy and had her hands full. um, but I wanted to let Carol know, and you guys know as well, giving you guys a heads up here. Phasmophobia has updated yet again. This time it was for Christmas. And there is other updates within that game that is going to be make things a little bit more complicated. Hello, Mo. It is great to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am being a little bit of a sneak. I sneaked onto a stream for today. Um, and tomorrow I do have to work, so I will not be streaming. I won't be streaming the next 3 days because I do have to work. If I feel up to it when I get home, then I will, but otherwise, don't expect me to actually stream anything for the next 3 days. But it is so nice to have somebody that's not on social media um, be able to hang out with them and just be able to be, not that I'm not myself here, but be able to have somebody that just gets you. Thank you so much, Mo. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And I will say, my big sister, and this is not knocking my my sister, my real sister. When I say my big sister, that is my best friend since we were kids. And I got to spend time with her last few days. And it's such a good feeling to have somebody other than just my parents to be able to hang out with, talk to, and just enjoy being there and being around them. And one thing that I've struggled with is feeling like, I guess you could say, not the same wavelength as some people as far as friendships. And me and her had a little bit of a discussion, and it made me want to cry. She said, "You are my best friend, but for me, more than that, you are my little sister, and that will never change." So we had a heartfelt talk about stuff, and she's right in a lot of what she has told me. And there is going to be some changes for me on social media and in real life. Um, Definitely going to start listening and taking the advice and just run with it, but run with it in my own way. And she's she explained to me, I know you love helping people. I know you love to do things for other people, but you're at a point where you've got to do for yourself. Help yourself before everybody else. Be a little selfish. Hell, she's like, I don't know when the last time I actually done anything for myself. So, and she's right. It's been a while since I've done something just for me. And getting this car is one of my biggest things that I want to do. But along the way, I may be able to help people out. but I won't be able to help out quite as much as I have in the past. I've always given up my all every time I've done anything to help others, but now I got to start doing for myself. And she, you know, she has a family. She's doing really well right now. She does not have a job, but I'm trying to help her the best I can when I have the time. She's uh she's used to be pretty outgoing. She's kind of more reserved now. I guess that came with age. But she loves to socialize. She loves to chit chat with people. And just like me and her both, we're goofy. We can be really goofy, and it's always been fun to be around her. And so you might hear more about her in more streams in the future. I don't know. It all depends on both mine and her schedule. And whatever comes of it comes of it. But she is supportive of me as far as the paranormal, which is a good thing. In real life, I don't have that many people that are supportive of me in the paranormal, and that's a nice change. So, but yeah, it's like I had a mini vacation away from everything, and my poor dog, she don't know what's going on. She probably thought that I took off and moved again. And of course I didn't. So when I come in, she's just like, I missed you, damn it. Then try to bite me. You little hussy. But yeah, it's been a doozy for sure. But I'm thankful to be home. I'm thankful that my parents didn't give me a hard time when I got home, or even that I made that decision to go hang out. I am gonna be at some point before the Christmas lights decide to go. um I'm gonna be filming Christmas lights. Um I'm gonna be doing some testing with some of the things that I have already to go for some of these videos that I plan on doing. So hopefully you guys can hang in there, and hopefully the the videos that I put out you guys are gonna like. And hello, Destin. It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. And yes, I am sneaking in on stream. Uh, Wanted to kind of sneak in the stream definitely before I had to go to work tomorrow. So I hadn't seen a lot of people in a while. Um, and I do want to say the last week, a week and few days, it seemed like as soon as my birthday hit, there's been a lot of different um things happening, people passing away. And I want to say, please pray for everybody. If you know somebody that has lost loved ones, or you've seen posts of your favorite YouTube creators explaining somebody has passed, please pray for that family, pray for the friends. pray for those creators, because me as a creator and a streamer, the more I get to connect with you guys, the more I feel like, even if we're just acquaintance, like we say, just say hello, and as me streaming and you guys were chatting and I say hello to you guys, I still feel like it's acquaintance type of thing. And when one person is lost that I've gotten a chance to talk to, whether it be on stream or on other social media platforms, I do get sad that if somebody ends up passing away. And there's been a lot of people, not only, like YouTube creators, but it's been family members of many different people have passed away. And there's a lot of people that I've seen that it's just like almost every single day for the last week, something has been going on and somebody has passed. So please pray for everybody. Patrick, hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. Just sitting here chilling and sneaking in a stream. Um, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be live still, because my internet's been a pain in the butt since I got home. I did go live um not too long ago, like a day or two ago, just chilling and getting letting you guys see or get to meet my friend and got to see us interact just a little bit. I always welcome everybody. I'm very open to meeting new people. Um, and one of my biggest beliefs is it's okay to have your own opinion and you have a right to express it, but the opinion, um it's how you express your opinion is what matters. Um whether it's in the good, whether it's in the negative, that's that's where people tend that's where I feel like people tend to judge, and everybody's open to have an opinion. Now, Patrick, um sometimes comments get deleted. It could be from what they call Google moderators. Um, it could be nobody that's in the chat. It may not be a moderator doing it, or it could have a word that is banned for the chat. It could that could automatically kick it out too. There's just different reasons that something could happen. And if you were to say the word subscribe, no matter who you're talking about, if you're talking about me or another streamer on a live chat, it will hold it and let the moderators look at it and see if it's okay to go through or not, because YouTube tends to be pretty picky about certain certain comments. And with YouTube, what they have done is they let a computer do a lot of it rather than an actual person. So they do not, you know how computers are, they do not get a gist of what is being said, they only see the words. And if there are certain words that are in there that shouldn't be in there, it'll kick it out just automatically. At least with a human, they can get the gist of the understanding. Can YouTube fix it? You would have to go on social media. I found the best way to do it is on like Twitter. Their app to talk to them directly is at Team YouTube, and then ask a question about it, and they'll eventually ask you to DM them to talk about specifics and get more information about the situation and see how they can help fix it. Uh, I don't know if YouTube's got a specific Facebook thing, but there are ways to contact them if you're having issues. Let's see. Yeah, on Twitter, it's at Team YouTube. On others, I don't know what it is on others, to be honest. And I get that, Patrick. I totally get that. There's several people that follow me that I know of that I've talked to, um, or had talked to quite a bit that have had the same issue. They can't comment on like even a video, because it makes their comment disappear for whatever the reason may be. I have no idea why. And as a creator on my end, I fixed everything I possibly could fix, and it still was doing that. Um, so it could be just a YouTube thing. And I know that sounds like a cliche. I guess you could say it's a cliche. Um, but the more people that contact them about stuff like that, the more likely they'll look into it to fix it. If it's just one or two people talking about it or reaching out to them and saying, hey, this is a problem, they're not quite as likely to get a hold of it. Exactly. And I've come to find out on my couple of years of being on, well, not couple, about 3 or 4 years of being on YouTube, there are things that you will not understand that may or may not make any kind of sense. But they try to work towards keeping themselves safe, and then creators and just the whole platform safe. Hey, Vodka Vamp, it's good to see you. I know you can't see me, you just see my name, but it's so good to see you. How are you? Oh, and I didn't tell you guys, I broke down today and got a little bitty, um, I got a little bitty mouse. I call it my mini mouse. And it basically it does the same thing as what my regular mouse is, but it's um just a lot smaller. So if I travel, I still got a mouse. Exactly, vodka man. I'm doing good. I got home earlier from spending a few days with my best friend, and me and her have known each other for over 20 years. I can't tell you how old we were because I mean it's just been that far back. Um she's nearly like 2 years older than me. I call her my big sister. My and she's Me and her both are protective of each other. Um and there's no question we both are sisters. Her Minnie Mouse, I had one of those. Yes, it's a cute little blue mouse. It's a Logitech, and it wasn't like I ended up going to Walmart, and it wasn't but about $14 US dollars to get. So, and it's really easy to use. Although it's so small, I'm used to doing a lot of moving around because of my other mouse. Now, my other mouse, I have lost the connector to my for my computer. So that mouse is being retired for right now. Cassie, Oracles and Beyond, hello. Yes, it's nice to have a bestie that's like that. It definitely is nice to have somebody that's like that. It's very rare that childhood best friends are still friends as adults because things can change dramatically. And I'm very, very lucky. Now, I do have another childhood best friend. I hadn't got to really spend time with them. It's just our schedules are just totally different right now. Things are just kind of iffy. And, but got an opening with my big sister, and she's like, I'll just come get you. Got to spend a few days with her. So I'm very happy for that. And I'm very thankful. My dog was, let me tell you, when I got home, my dog was about to bite me right in the ass because I had left for so long and she's so used to me being home, being a home buddy, being stuck at home doing nothing. And she was very vocal at me that I had left and come back. And it's almost like she was throwing a temper tantrum. She had the diva head shake and everything going on. I swear. Exactly, Vodka Man. It, you know, it's awesome when, even though you may lose touch with people at some point, it's it's like things haven't really completely changed. Now, things that have gone on in both of our lives, yes, that has changed us. But I know me and her, when we get together, we still act like we were when we were young in school. Still can't top. Yeah, she was telling me off. One of the nights I come by for just a minute to pick up something, she actually was crying. She was whining. She was like, "How dare you?" and was like upset. And I felt so bad. So I sat there for a little bit, petting her, rubbing her belly like she always wants, and just showing her some love. Not to mention, my best friend's got dogs of her own, and they are the most lovingly dogs. Like they're not aggressive. They alert that somebody's in the house, and they will kind of investigate you a little bit, and then they'll start wanting hugs and kisses. That's just how the dogs are. And yeah, this past week has been rough on, I know, me, and I know it's been rough the last few months for my best friend, and I'm just glad that we could connect and we had fun. It wasn't like it wasn't like it is over here, where it's just like same old stuff. Just do whatever you want to. So so very happy. Now I got to do adulting tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to it. Although I do enjoy where I work at, and like I've said before, my manager and coworkers are awesome to work with. Don't have problems with them. Um, and Amanda, hello, it is good to see you. But yeah, this past week, especially on my birthday, man, I went through the ringer. But my thing is, when you're in the moment, focus on what you've got to do in that moment rather than look at it right then and just fall apart. Wait until everything's said and done before you go back into um like a reflection, especially when it's bad stuff. I've had to do that when I was in West Virginia and I was alone, basically alone. My roommate and me were getting kicked out, and I was in the middle of repacking everything because I really didn't unpack a whole lot. And so it was consuming, and I still haven't really completely gotten over a lot of stuff that I've dealt with when I was away last year. Hello, Dina is welcome. We we don't keep those kind of things on there because those are not very nice messages for people that are wondering stuff like that. Um, that was posted, if it was to be looked up on Google or something, it doesn't really give you um, very nice results. So that's why I went ahead and removed that. But you are more than welcome to stay and talk and chat with everybody. It's much appreciated, Vodka Vamp. It really is. And I will say within the last 5 years, she's had a really hard time. And she's such a strong woman. If I was in her shoes, I would be worse off than I am now. Um, she is very, very strong, and I believe she does it because of her daughter and her husband. And then she's got me, the annoying little sister, and she's got other friends that are there when and if at all possible. And she knows that if she needs anything, she can definitely come to me. She knows it. Hell, I'm the same way, and I deal with my stuff anyway. Even if I do mention something, I tend to deal with it anyway on my own. But it was so good to reconnect with her and get the chance to hang out with her. Yeah, there's been a lot of people that have been going through a lot. And prayers out to everybody who has family members that have passed away. Um, I do want to say, and I've seen it on social media. You guys know there is a YouTuber that has passed as well. Well, a couple of them have in the past couple of months, and it's it's been heartbreaking to see it. I mean, if it's not them, it was a family member also, you know. So pray for everybody that has been losing loved ones, and pray for the families and the friends that are going through that grieving process. I'm still going through the grieving process, but my focus is he is in a better place. He's not suffering. Uh, he's he's probably looking down on everybody and wanting to find a way to prank everybody um, in his own way. But I also want to thank everybody for all the support and love, um, not only for my birthday, but for when my uncle passed. And like I've said before, it was really hard on me. On Especially on that side of the family, there hadn't been anybody close, close, like in my family that had passed away in almost like 20 years. So it really hit me, but it also um, made me realize everybody's getting older. Is it? Everybody's getting older, and if you've got family or you've got close best friends like family, hold on to them, spend time with them, take those moments and don't take just take those moments in, because if you take them for granted, you don't know what's going to happen the next day. You don't know what's going to happen months from now. Things can happen, and you don't want to regret not saying anything or not spending time with that person, either because you're busy or because you just take advantage of oh, they'll be there tomorrow, or I can always call them back if they've called me. I'll just call them back tomorrow. You just never know what's going to happen. So don't take people for granted. Don't take your best don't take best friends or family members, any of your friends, for granted, because there's going to be one day that something's going to happen and you're going to you're going to miss it. And why is my computer trying to restart itself? I swear. This thing has given me the most trouble since I got back home. Okay. Well, that should work. Best way to look at it. Yeah. And I know people can take my advice or leave it, whatever the case may be. That's the one thing I learned. Um, Especially with everything happening in this last week, people that I've been acquainted with or connected with or I've watched, is just don't take that time that you're spending with people for granted, because you don't know what's going to happen. Something could happen to you. It there's just so many what ifs, and there's just so many things that have been going on. The way I look at it, I would much rather take the time to sit down and listen to people and to spend time with people and to get to tease and be a goofball, be annoying, make people laugh, than to sit here and have more loss on my mind than what I've already got. And I know that's really heavy, and I didn't want it to end up that way, but that's one of my biggest advices for anybody that is um, going through things. I feel you. I understand you. I hear you, and prayers out to you and your family for the lost loved one that you have, that you're connected with. It freaking sucks. It really does. But yeah, you guys, I've got some things I have sent to me that will be in the works in the next little bit. You guys, I cannot wait to get started on what I want to do. I'm going to be doing some test runs with it just to see how it's going to work. And then I'm going to be filming within that day. I'm going to be filming, and hopefully it turns out the way I want it to. And hopefully it won't look too stupid. But I like it. I like to, and I do want to say cosplay is a good can be a good outlet. Um, I'm already goofy, so I'll have a lot of goofy moments, and I've got some I've got videos in mind just for doing, like, little cosplay stuff. So you guys, I hope you guys will enjoy that whenever it comes up. I will let you guys know ahead of time. And I'm still going to be gaming. As far as paranormal, I haven't investigated in a little bit, and I'm looking forward to doing that soon, hopefully. And then, of course, you guys know I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter. You guys can find me just about anywhere. When I'm not working, when I'm working, everything is. I don't look at my phone unless my boss calls me. When if my boss calls me, then that's one thing. But I do not mess with my phone. Oh, that is cool. But yeah, the kind of cosplay I'm kind of creating this image, this character. But what you guys have seen in the video called "This Is Me," that is just something that was to introduce uh the aspect of there's going to be skits maybe being done. um I plan on probably working a little bit more on maybe not redoing it completely, but I plan on doing an, a recreation of that "This Is Me." That video blew up, like over 200 people watched it. It will not. And then YouTube took most of it away. Um, so I'm kind of building on what I have seen in different designs, and I'm going to make my own I'm kind of making my own design, but it's going to be added from what I've seen with other people. Um, and with that kind of character, I'm going to be doing a lot of different things. You guys are going to be seeing stuff that probably you didn't think y'all would see. Van Life Biker, hello. So this is going to be a new venture for my YouTube channel. And it's not that I'm trying to move from one thing to another. I am trying to still do everything else. Last couple years ago, I had done Magic of Christmas. I enjoyed doing that. I just hadn't had time to sit down and do research on the other religions in this month. I'm thinking I will have another year to get everything thoroughly done. I may do those ahead of time, make them into videos, do a premiere on those. You're tired? Bubba, hello. It is great to see you. And yes, I mean, this is kind of a little bit of everything type of channel. Everything that I'm interested in, I want to keep doing on my YouTube channel. Now, there are things like this cosplay. I've always been interested in the dressing up and getting myself into a character type of thing, but I've never pushed myself to do something like this. Oh wow, Van Life. It is so good to see you, Bubba. How are you? That old Costco. I get it. And Florida, hello, it's good to see you. Thinking of changing my channel to tent living. Um, well, that sounds interesting. And it's totally up to you, Bubba, if you want to change your name or channel name. But I kind of like Bubba, the name Bubba Chambers. But yeah, this being a variety channel, you never know what I'm going to be popping up with next. I love to play games. I love paranormal. I love to explore. And as much as I love to do all those, I can't do all those at the same time. Oh, wow, Van Loff. Your name will stay the same. Okay, cool. But yeah, I like watching stuff like what you were talking about, like tent life, van life, learning to live from just doing something different. Just be videos of tent living. I would enjoy watching those. Hell, I like watching when people talk about tiny homes and living off grid, what it would be like and what kind of options you have out there. Um, find a way of alternate living. Um, tree houses even. I've seen people with tree houses like almost like tiny home, but like in a tree. It's really interesting how they do that. And I can't believe I've been streaming for over an hour and me just yakking. Van life rules. But building one sucks. Tornadoes tore my tent up. Oh no, Bubba. I hope you know how to sew decently or rig it up to where you gotta can patch it up or just be able to get a new one. Okay, welcome. Uh, I guess I guess you pronounce it Betty Ann. Welcome. We don't like those kind of comments here in the chat, but you are more than welcome to be here. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. And great, now my chat doesn't want to show up. No, no, what happened? No, internet's still working, so I think it's just my hang up. I appreciate that vodka. Walmart sells tents cheap. Yeah. Yeah, there was one night I had issues like to the max, and it was like so sad. Like I sat there um whenever anything happens and comments that are made that are not completely not nice, and it was of ill intent. Definitely have to have some backup on that, and it got to me a little bit. Not too bad. Thinking of digging a hole in the side of the hill and making a cabin. Oh, that sounds cool. Almost like a little hobbit house, maybe. Vans are not so cheap, but tornadoes can blow them away too. Yes. Yes, they can. Oh Lord, you were right smack in the middle of all that crap, weren't you, Bubba? I'm so sorry. That freaking sucks. I will tell you that much. It sucks. And definite prayers for everybody that has experienced those tornadoes. And well, you're going to be dealing with some heat soon, like summertime feeling heat here in the South. So get ready for all that junk. Um, and it's Christmas time. Not normal. Mother Nature needs to take her pills, chill out for a little bit. And of course, you guys know I'm just joking, but yeah, Mother Nature needs to fix some of this stuff. I'm not used to this, and you don't hear of tornadoes in December. You always hear them either at least October. October's the last time I hear about them usually, and then you don't get stuff like that until February, March of the next year. So you get a couple months leeway that you're just able to relax, and you think it's going to be perfectly fine. Not this year. I'll just drive away. One of the pluses of living in a van. I live in a tent. I welcome the heat. Yeah, you do. It being cold, cold would bother me just as bad. Yes, watching the devastation on the news over here. I know, right, Vodka Vamp? I'm thankful that it didn't come this way. Maybe Mother Nature needs a big hug. I think so. You need a van too, Bubba. Doing it on my own land. That's good. At least you're one step ahead of ahead of the game. Sorry, guys. You're kind of one step ahead of the game. At least you've um got your own place, your own land that you ain't got to worry about, like making payments and all this other stuff. Bubba, have you ever thought about maybe, at least for the time being, maybe make a tiny home for yourself? At least something that'll be some kind of shelter. Um, and with a tiny home, you can actually make a little bitty foundation, and then you can work your way towards making, like making your own home or whatever. When the last time Mother Nature had a hot tea and some chocolate, I have no clue. But you're right on track, Amanda. I'm thinking maybe we need to make a little offering for Mother Nature to get her to calm down. There has been a lot more rain in South Florida this winter, unusual for this time of year. Yes, vans cost money. Now, Bubba, you have to be doing some plotting and planning on this, but you can get some things donated to you to make like a tiny home. Um, you can you can do whatever, like get recycled stuff, get what you can, and make your own little shelter. You know, I just lost everything quick, so it's gonna take some time. Yeah, tornadoes out here in the high desert, lots of mountains. Yeah, it seems like mountains tend to kind of depend on what kind of track that the tornadoes or weather goes. Sometimes the mountains do protect that some people on the other side of the mountains from it crossing over, and it very well could, you know. Paid 6K cash on the van, and the build started probably 20K into it now over the last 2 years. All I needed with that was some warm bedding, safe place to park at night. Yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, I truly believe, Bubba, you could, if you're like me, plotting and planning, getting a little bit of that hustle going, you could get materials, whether donated or practically for free, to make a tiny home if you wanted to. Tennessee's a lot of mountains, but tornadoes did not care. Right. That's why I said on the right track, depending on the track of where the tornadoes are going, mountains can possibly shield the other side from getting hit, or getting hit with minimum damage. Fortunately, I think I'm going to get new batteries again soon. Build ain't finished. Should have bought them, but they are so expensive. Yes, definitely. Especially when you got to test things out. When you're hooking everything up, I learned this. When you're hooking everything up, and you definitely got to test it out, what you've hooked up, it can waste battery, and then the battery life is that much slimmer because you're having to use those. And so always having backup batteries, that's the hardest thing to do, is keeping up with batteries. That's what I'm thinking of putting aside a hill as the property. Yes. Make like a hobbit home, but you poor thing, you're taller than anybody I've ever seen. So you might want to make it big enough to where at least you can stand in it. But yeah, that's why I say tiny homes are a good option. It just depends on what is all going on and whatnot. And yes, I named my stream Sneaky Stream because I decided to sneak in my for my last day off for a while. I've snuck in this live stream, getting to talk to you guys. Hadn't really got a chance to talk to everybody in a while. I advised to buy one during your build, not eight like I did. I'm only 6'6". Yeah, if you build a hobbit house on the side of a hill like that, you're gonna need to make it bigger than that. Just enough for you to be able to stand up in. And that would be interesting, having a tiny home and you're that tall. I would definitely feel for you. Cody, hello. It is good to see you. How's my nephew doing? 1600 down the drain, basically. Live and learn. Oh, no. Yeah, that don't sound too good. But yeah, you definitely, if you're hooking things up and and it's basically electrical, you got to be able to test out the electrical stuff. So at least one battery, two batteries, test it all out to see how much it's going to hold and how long. Well, that's great, Cody. It's got to be a not so tiny home. Yeah, I know that feeling. I'm pretty sure that it. Yeah, 6'6". And if you guys hadn't checked out Cody Vlogs Adventures, please do so. He had recently put up a video, um, and I think they done decorations inside the house, Christmas decorations. He's gonna show off. So definitely check him out if you hadn't subscribed to him. By all means, if you like the content he brings, subscribe. I'm hearing a high pitched ring and I don't know where it's coming from. That's strange. But I'm telling you what, like this past few days has got my attitude's totally changed. My outlook's a little bit different, and it's for the better. And Bubba, you better be careful and don't get your ass sucked up into the tornado. That yeah, I would be definitely scared for you. Ooh, everything's trying to fall on me. No. I'll buy lithium batteries this time. Gotta get back to work first after I get my health back. Appointment with cardiologist in January. Well, definitely praying for you, Van Love. Definitely praying for you. And hopefully you start getting better. I would love to see you on the road. And I seem to have lost my lighter. That's really great. Oh well. Everything has a tendency to disappear on me while I'm in the middle of doing stuff. Has that happened to you guys? Yeah, it has. Things have totally disappeared on me and I'm getting aggravated. Oh well. And that's awesome, Bubba. I'm just curious, is anybody traveling for Christmas? Like out of state with family, any of that stuff? Because I've been thinking about that. And although I would love to travel, I may not be able to. Yes, I'm still streaming, luckily. My blood pressure was, ew. I couldn't understand why I was talking to him. You were probably on the verge of passing out there, Van Loff. And if y'all are wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to find me a lighter before I go nuts. Yeah, my lighter has decided to disappear on me, and I don't know where it would be at. So seems like everything that I have, it tends to disappear on me. No visiting, but Mother's Christmas Day here. We're lucky they both live in town. That's great. Lucky you didn't strike out. Yes. Yes, he's very, very lucky. Yeah, I'm surprised you were still talking too. Talking about that. Hey, David, it's good to see you. Did it fall on the floor? I didn't hear it fall. Definitely don't see it. And yes, it's about to drive me nuts. Give me just a second, guys. Found one. Oh wow, Van Life. Wow, vodka Van. Yeah, everybody's been having issues, and it's especially around the holidays, it's been kind of hard. It's been really hard on everybody. So try to be as kind as you can. I know some people like to give others a hard time, but don't maybe this year be peaceful and not do like I just did and be annoying. but um but yeah, show a little kindness because everybody goes through things differently and they may not say anything about what they're going through. Oh, that's cool, David. I don't know what we are doing for Christmas this year. Just not as high as it was. Yeah, it's really hard when you do have a major medical problem. Once you get over that, deal with it right then and there. Don't let it get too bad. But, you know, once you kind of get over that, keep on doing, keep on plugging along. Push your, don't push yourself too hard, but push yourself enough to get back to where you were at before. Oh wow, Vagavant. Family's scared to be around us because we haven't been. Ah, I get that, Van off. Yes, gotta look at after yourselves, and you guys have heard me personally say, when it comes to that stuff, you do what's right for you. And I'm the type of person I don't judge on either side. I'm a mutual party on that. You do you. And it's totally up to you. Just make sure that you do your research. You do everything that you can before you make a decision, and definitely talk to your doctor about it. And, more power to you either way. Dang. What'd you do? Escape the ER or something? My mom got me out of the ER in 24 hours with that kind of blood pressure. I swear. The only thing that's ever happened to me that I ended up going to spend the night at the hospital was my gallbladder shut down, and they had found a tumor on, or a cyst on, an ovary, and they were worried about the ovary situation. So I ended up staying the night and had to have surgery that next morning. I was in so much pain. They ended up having to give me, I guess, morphine. I cussed the sink out. I was being totally freaking goofy at everybody. Had my mom rolling a few times, laughing at me because I was just not there. I was just like gone. I made church laugh. I said, they say God only gives what he thinks you can handle. He thinks I'm Superman. Well, I hope you have a good night or good day, Vodka Vamp. It is great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And I can see that point, Van Loft. Mom said hi, peoples. She was asleep. She woke up. She came in here, started thinking I was having a conversation with her. Yeah, going to the hospital is very, very uncomfortable. Now, I will tell you, I've had a bad experience with an ER nurse. This nurse was one of those that gets sick and tired, especially, and I understand you've been there almost 12 hours and you get aggravated, but you're an ER nurse. You should have some, you should be, and if you've been working in that ER for a long time, you should have some of your ducks in a row where you're still somewhat mellowed out when you're about to leave, near the end of your shift. Well, this nurse decides when I ask if something is going to hurt, I'm just, when any patient ever asks if something is going to hurt, please tell them the truth. I had this nurse lying to me the entire time I was there. Is this going to hurt? They're like, no. And it's like when she was when she was trying to fix an IV, she made sure the damn thing hurt. When she said no, it wasn't going to hurt. I swear, I, the next nurse that came in to help take care of me before I went into a room, I said, please tell me you're not going to lie to me like she did to me. And I about come up out of this bed. I don't want to do it. I think all nurses are cool and everything, but if you lie to me, I'm going to be mad. And he's like, no, 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 no. I got you. I understand. This person was just leaving in the shift. And I'm like, well, no wonder she wasn't not very nice. Her bedside manner went out the door about 6 hours ago. Oh, wow, Amanda. Take care, Vodka Man. Much love to you. And I get it, Florna. Bills have been showing up ever since. Yeah. That's why I was like, look, I'm gonna come up out of out of this bed if I don't now. When I ask a question, I'm trying to prepare myself a little bit before you start stabbing me to give me IVs or medications, whatever the case may be. It's not for me to start screaming and squirming. I don't have that reaction. I'm trying to psych myself up to know that, hey, this is going to hurt like hell. I told the docs if it hurts me, or I hurt them. I have to go to my neurologist if I want to live because I need my seizure meds. I hate taking it though. Yeah, I totally get that, Florna. Joshua, hello. It is good to see you. Yeah, I'm still going strong, Dak Nabbit. I didn't think I would be. I kind of snuck in this live stream. Was not expecting to be on this long. But yeah, I've been MIA because I've been at my best friend. She is like a big sister to me. Been over at her house, spending time with her and being annoying as hell. Cause I'm like the baby sister. And I don't mean to be annoying. And she's like, it's totally fine. You're good. And now I got a little critter friend flying around the lamp. And I agree with that, Amanda. It looked like a freaking porcupine. Damn. But yeah, that's the only time I've ever been. I've. That's the only time I was admitted to the hospital because I had to have surgery the next morning, and it was kind of an emergency thing because if they ended up giving me medicine and making me having me walk out of that hospital, I would not have come back. My mom, I guess, my mom and dad talked them into admitting me. My poor mama, she stayed with me in the hospital room, and she said it was uncomfortable, but it was a little bit comfortable than she expected it to be. But yeah, I was totally out of it that night. That morning, I remember saying something to him, and then I had to lay in that bed just to get this surgery done. And it took almost the entire day to get recovered enough to be able to go home. That's the worst part of dealing with the nurses for me. Yes, the getting stuck with needle crap. And it's really, some of it's not the nurse's fault, but they should be honest with your patients, especially if they're adults. They should tell the truth. I mean, I understand, don't really tell the kids the truth. Hey, this is going to hurt like hell. Sorry. That'd make them panic. But now I'm old. Oh, wow, Joshua. Yeehaw for critter friends. But yeah, I've learned a lot. I've tried my best with things, and I've been kind of I've just been trying my best, and I've had fun, and I'm very thankful for that. Big shout out to my bestie, my big sister, for giving me some time away from here and being able to spend time with her and getting her getting our goofy selves back for even just for a little bit. That was fun. I enjoyed it. You guys might me and me and my bestie will probably I'll do something like an interview or something to where we'll talk about um our little shenanigans growing up. She's probably got a bunch of stories on my ass. So be prepared for that at some point. Oh wow, Van Life. Oh, that's cute, Joshua. Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at the chat, reading. Some of it I will read out loud, some of it I'll keep on the chat. But yeah, be ready, guys. Next 3 days I'm not gonna be streaming. I don't plan on it. I may do it anyway, but I do not plan on it. Um, I've got some videos that I'm still editing. I just hadn't had time to edit and post. But you guys be looking out for some gaming videos and some possible cosplay videos. You guys are gonna I hope you guys are gonna enjoy that. But I want to thank everybody for being here. Very much happy. Um I'm glad to be home for now. um but much love to each and every one of you guys. I think I am gonna get off of here. Um I want to tell you guys much love. Stay safe. And prayers up to those who have lost loved ones. And you guys always remember, you just never know what's out there until you spread your wings and fly.